Alright, now we're jumping into Resident Evil 6. I'm going to do less of this because I feel that Resident Evil 5 went on way too long. I'm probably going to condense it because it's going to be an unboxing that's going to be like a ridiculous long time. So I'm just going to kind of trim this up and make it more easier to digest, I suppose. So now we're trying out Resident Evil 6 again on my dummy account. I might record separate videos with the Joy-Con version, like doing motion control, for those curious about that. But for now, I'm going to stick to a traditional controller. So this is the first time I'm launching the full release of Resident Evil 6. So we're going to get greeted by the Prelude. You have to unlock the ability to actually really play the game. Which I thought was a nice, cool way, because it kind of does have that dramatic horror experience that they were describing with this game. They said it wasn't survival horror, it was dramatic horror. So, I'm going to go ahead and, if I can't remember if you can skip this cutscene, so we could just get straight to the gameplay, do a few minutes. I'll finish the Prelude, because it's not long. Put it together and try to get this up quickly for you guys. Yeah, you can't skip this. Just remembered now. Alright, now it's actually going to get to gameplay. I'll go ahead and lower this a little bit. This part's kind of loud, because there's some things I do want to talk about. From a technical standpoint, these games both were made on the same engine, MT Framework. I'm not sure if they were really altered, but it's the same engine, which was a phenomenal engine that Capcom was using at this time. Obviously, this game is more advanced than RE5 is. It was 3 years later. But the thing I wanted to talk about real quick is that RE6 on the PS4 and Xbox One, when they decided to port them over, they're remasters because they had the updated frame rate, 60 frames per second, and had all DLC and all that. Resident Evil 6 came out first, then they did 5, then they did 4. 6 actually runs the best. It's a stable 60 FPS, I believe, across all platforms, PS4, Xbox One, and obviously PC. So, I'm curious to see if this will run better than 5 did. It did in the demo. There's some things I need to tweak. Hold on. This is the part where I can put the volume back up. Okay. We're going to go ahead really quickly and adjust some settings. Not that. Target Canadian reticle. Get laser sighting. And then we are also going to add, keep pressing the wrong button, subtitles. Okay. One other thing to note, if the last version of this that you played was the 360 version, or rather, you played this game when it released, and you hated the QuickTime events, I've got good news for you. And a lot of people mention this still to this day. They hate the QuickTime events. I'm not saying I'm a fan of them. There's way too many of them. But they did patch in they patched in an option to disable the QuickTime events. Essentially, it will pass whether you fail it or not.
It'd be a waste to give up now.
I don't think it applies to enemies' attacks, but it applies to all actual QuickTime events. So, if that's something that you didn't like about the game, it's essentially been fixed for a long time. You could also zoom the camera out. That was a big issue that people had when the game first released. The camera was way too zoomed in. They patched that in as well in its original release. And by default, it's on for all the remastered versions. Personally, I really like this game a lot. It's visually really good looking. And if you're into co-op, couch co-op, it's a blast, and you've got so much content, it's ridiculous. Yes, it's a horrendous Resident Evil game, it really is, but it's a fun game. There's issues with it, but some have been fixed. And it also just comes down to personal preference. And if you don't like it, it's cool. It's perfectly fine. But I do like Resident Evil 6 for what it is. Mercenaries is definitely the best part of this game. My opinion, best Mercenaries. It's a ton of fun. Just wish there was more characters and better stages. But it's so much fun. I've lost countless hours just replaying it. Frame rate, though, for this so far seems to be pretty good. So I'll let you guys now listen to some gameplay.
There's gotta be a first aid kit in here somewhere. It makes me sick seeing good soldiers die like this.
Okay. Where's Helena?
She's not doing too good. She needs medical attention.
Do you have any herbs left?
A few, but I'm not sure they'll help.
Okay, listen. Just follow my instructions.
Too many good agents have died here today. You're not getting added to that list. Can't let your guard down for a second. How do you feel?
I think I'm gonna be okay. Thank you.
Leon, what are you doing? You need to get out of there, now!
We're heading to the quad tower.
What? No, it's too dangerous.
There are BSAA agents there with survivors. I can't abandon them.
Alright. Then let me help. I'll direct you through the safest route.
Thanks, Hunnigan.
I've sent over the field guide to your PDA. You can always refer to that in a pinch.
the hell?
Roger.
Hunnigan, can we make it to the tower this way?
Yes, just keep moving in that direction.
They're coming out of the woodwork. Run! Over here! Get in! Shit! Damn it. I can't bring her up. Come on. Come on. Pull up!
This thing isn't gonna hold out much longer.
Just a few more blocks. Line up! Shit! Hold on! You alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, this runs really well. I know I've been silent. I'm actually really enjoying this. Guys, give this game a chance. It's really fun. I really like Resident Evil 6 a lot. And if you have the option, please play it with like a friend or whatever, family member. Co-op is definitely this game's biggest strength.
Something doesn't feel right.
And if you don't like it for the campaign, then at least try it for either the PvP, the multiplayer, or Mercenaries. You can literally play Mercenaries and never bother with the campaign if you want to. Only thing is, though, I think you have to play the campaign to unlock some characters. I could be wrong with that. It's been a while since I had to unlock them from the start.
Back for more.
Yeah, this game's fun.
Resident Evil 6.
I still agree that Leon's campaign is the best, and you'll get the most enjoyment out of that if you like horror, but I still think that this is worth playing. So yeah, this does have achievements like all the other Capcom ports, and they mimic the PlayStation trophies or Xbox 360 or Xbox One achievements. So as you see here, that now we've unlocked the real menu of the game. So I'll just give a basic rundown on things. So you can look at like your. Let me just go ahead and lower this a little bit. I like the music, the menu music. God, I love this game a lot. It's fun. It really is. So like records, you can look at like the weapons you use, how much you've gotten kills with them, your medals for like. See, like the 909 is Leon's handgun. I believe. I forget if Chris uses the same handgun. They all have different weapons, and every character in this game has a specific, unique thing. So Leon has the double handguns. Helena has her Hydra shotgun. Chris has. What does Chris have? Chris has. God, it's been so long. Is it the grenade launcher into the assault rifle? I forget, but each character has a specific unique thing. Jake has the ability to fight melee. It's cool. I really like this game a lot. So yeah, there's a lot of things you could do. Let's see here. So they do have Mercenaries, the Mercenaries No Mercy, which I'll do a small separate gameplay of. So special features, your collection, so they have, you can unlock figurines, you can unlock the cutscenes of the game if you like to watch scene select. There's a lot to play for in Resident Evil 6, which is one of the reasons why I really love this game. It's a ton of content to do. And of course a quick edit because my phone decided to stop recording. So real quick to just give a rundown on the modes, because I want more people to be familiar with Resident Evil 6. So campaign, there's 4 different campaigns. It used to be 3 and then you would unlock Ada's, but they put a patch later on to make Ada's playable from the get-go, which is really stupid. You should play them in the order. You can go really into it by playing like the actual chapters in order, but anyway, I'd always recommend Leon's is the best one. Play Leon, Chris, Jake, and then Ada. That's kind of the way I feel like the game was intended. But anyway, cycle mode is basically different multiplayer modes. They kind of pick like a particular one at a time and it refreshes over time, and it's kind of a way to get more people to play a particular multiplayer mode. So that's what cycle mode is. They introduced that in the PS4 and Xbox One version. Friend match, obviously if you have a friend. Extra content, this is where Mercenaries is. Agent Hunt is really cool. It's an interesting feature that you can turn off. You could basically invade people's games as a particular enemy and try to kill them, which I've done on the 360 version, which was the original version I played. It's fun. It's a cool mode. The Mercenaries, which if you're familiar with Resident Evil, you know what the Mercenaries is. You basically have a time limit. You can increase the time limit to a degree, and you kill enemies with or without a partner, and you try to rack up as much points as you can. The No Mercy version, which was exclusive originally to the PC, which then came to the PS4 and Xbox One version, is basically No Mercy like times, the Mercenaries times like 10. There's way more enemies, way faster, and that's basically what it is. I'm gonna do a separate video on this because I'm curious to see how it'll run on the Switch, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Survivors, these are the PvP modes. Survivors, Onslaught, Predator, and Siege. Really fun. Survivors is deathmatch or team deathmatch basically. Onslaught is kind of like a Tetris-y thing, if I'm not mistaken. This is the one where you attack to a certain way, and you have to build a combo up compared to your teammate. Compared to your opponent. I believe it's 1v1 only. I didn't really play this one too much. I don't like it. yeah, it's kind of like puzzle-ish, but it's the same regular Resident Evil 6 gameplay. Predator, which is really cool. He plays the Ustanak. There's, I think, 6 players in it, and every turn, someone takes a turn playing as the Ustanak. As the Ustanak, you have to kill, or I believe capture, one particular person. It's been a while since I played Predator mode, but I know you at least have to take down everyone, whereas everyone else is versus you. So, you know, that's cool. But at least it goes every round picking someone else to be the Ustanak. Siege is... I'm not too familiar with this one. This is another one I didn't play too much. I mainly lived on Survivors. That was the one I really liked. And I played as Carla, for those who want to know Carla, or I think I used to play as Sherry a lot. Siege, I don't really remember too much. I know you had to, like, protect, I think, the BSA agents. I'm not too sure. But either way, those are the PvP modes, so this does come with all DLC. Dog tags is something you could do to just customize, you know. You get titles and whatnot. This game is great. It has a lot of content to it. We're just going to go ahead and show a little bit, just to prove, yes, this is indeed the full release. We're just going to quickly look at Leon's campaign. I'm not going to play a whole lot, considering I just did the whole prelude. We're just going to jump into 1-2. I'm 100% familiar with the game, so I'm not going to do anything special here. Just going to turn off, just make it local. I wonder how many people are even playing this online. The game didn't even come out yet. Just want to show it's the full release. Just want to play like a minute of it. I go to... Alright, now on to gameplay. I had to make a quick edit there. Apologize for that. And of course the plane passes by as soon as I start recording. So the frame rate seems to be much better than Resident Evil 5. Seems to be more closer towards 60 than Resident Evil 5 was kind of dipping a lot. But I have to say the performance
Some sort of fog.
does seem better
This thing spread in gas form.
than the demos of these two.
Breathed it in, got infected.
So maybe they did work on it a little bit.
Everyone on campus.
Yeah, but then why is it so quiet? I've got a bad feeling about this.
Problem with these opening things is lots of talking. So fans of Critical Role will notice Leon is voiced by Matt Mercer, and Helena is voiced by Laura Bailey. Go ahead and turn the camera a little bit.
Didn't mean to interrupt.
Okay. Do the melee attack. There we go. Could be another zombie right here on the corner. I was going to say on the floor. Alright, I don't know why he fell. By the way, the angle that I'm in is really awkward, so if it looks like I'm like attacking really weird, that's the reason.
Thanks for that.
I love doing the in-game compliments. So I'm just gonna play like a little bit real quick right here, just to show you guys that everything's working properly. This is awesome, honestly, to have Resident Evil 5 and 6 on the go, and 4, and 0 and Remake, so we're getting there in terms of having the whole series. You want to open this, aim, and quickly roll out the way. Because that dude little lunges at you all the time. Okay. And of course I get grabbed. Yeah, it's really weird the angle I'm playing in to be able to actually see. So my depth perception is basically like really off right now. This dude wakes up. There we go. Come on. The melee attacks are really cool. Love the animations, all the wrestling maneuvers. As a fan of wrestling, I like it a lot. Handgun ammo here, and a little weird thing. So when you open this, you're able to finally free run. And this is what I basically mean. It only works once you open... Actually, sorry, it's not this area. Coming up on it. That guy's not real. I mean, not real. He's not actually going to get up is what I meant to say. We're coming up to the point where you're going to be able to do that.
Survivors.
2 zombies down here. So they trick you. Watch this. So unnecessary, but I like it at the same time. Okay, so once we open this, look, now we're able to do this. It's weird how it takes you for you to get to this area to be able to trigger it, but that's when you're first able to do it. So yeah, you upgrade in this game. Oh my god, I'm moving in the wrong way. I was about to let that enemy hit me. You use skill points in this game, and skill points serve as the way you upgrade your guns, and you get actual skills in this game. Makes for replaying the campaign and customizing. Pretty cool. Gives you a lot of options. That was weird. Wow, she's just popping them heads. Yeah, so this runs well. This runs really well. I'm probably going to leave it off here. We're just going to open this door and head outside because it looks really good. And I'm going to end it here.
Get to the security gate. It'll lead you off the campus.
So, yeah. This is a cool spot to leave it off. So again, I was playing with the Pro Controller. Final verdict on this, I mean, it seems to be running better than the demo, even though the demo was released only a few weeks ago. And yeah, I mean, if I were to play it like in actual, handheld mode, it's okay. It's probably not the most ideal. It's probably not the most comfortable in the world, but it is doable. You could definitely feel like the HD rumble or vibration on this, though. I mean, yeah, it's doable with the, actually playing on the console itself. But I don't really like it. I am noticing some frame rate dips out here, by the way, which makes sense because there's a lot going on. Would I recommend to pick up the triple pack? I mean, if you've never played Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6, this is definitely really good, especially if you wanted to take it on the go. It is... All 3 games alone are going to be so much hours of content. It's insane. Both 4, 5, and all 3 of them, 4, 5, and 6, have replay value. So there's that. Yeah. So they seem to be performing well. Hopefully they get a patch to perform even better. But I think that they are a step up from the demos. I don't know if they did any little bit of fixes. Hopefully they implement more. The only news that we got so far of a patch will be an upcoming patch that will add gyro or something. Or I think that might already have been added to the game because it told me something about the Joy-Cons. That was the only mention, nothing about performance. So we'll see how that goes. But as it stands, this is $59.99 for the Switch if you get the physical copy. If you have Resident Evil 4, 0, or Resident Evil HD Remastered, you can get a discount on this collection. On Resident Evil 5 and 6 digitally. So you can pick them up. I think you get a 33% discount per game, so it comes up to like $40 for both, which is still a lot more money than what you can get them for on every other console. But considering this is on a cartridge, and even though you get 2 codes, you're able to play these games completely handheld, and they look and perform pretty well. So, it's a give or take thing. Is this the most optimal, best version to play these games? Absolutely not. Is it the only way to play these games portable? Yes, it is. So, it's really a trade-off, but I think it's well worth it. As a Resident Evil fan, I'm excited to dig into this. All these games from start. Well, I've already played 4 and 0 and Remake, but 5 and 6. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.